Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to our marathon playthrough series. This is Worm Wizax.
What
This,
is up?
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, what's up?
Oh, nice. I already got all the ammo in here, so we're just gonna move on and go see what we gotta do here. Getting through level
This
4,
is episode 4 now?
I believe. Yeah, I
Yes.
believe this is episode
Yes.
4.
Episode 4. We're back with Marathon, the one gun, one man army.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, the
Oh my god, I
Mjolnir,
forgot about this room.
the
This room is
Mjolnir.
bright.
Yeah, this is crazy. There's no way. Like when I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a trap room filled with radiation. I'm gonna die. But no, you just walk through it. The Mjolnir Marine 54, the character you play as, is a badass. I mean, you gotta think like Master Chief's inspiration came from somewhere. So,
Yeah.
whew.
Oh man. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I forgot the noises they make. This game. This game is
Oh, he
great.
killed his own dude, you idiot.
Dude, they can friendly fire?
Oh yeah, dude. They do it all the time in this game. They're like,
That's nuts. Oh bro, that's not fair.
oh yeah,
That's not fair at all.
Listen up. Eat grenades, son. Okay, there's only 3. Great. Now my health is down. Get out of here. Get out of here. What are we looking at here? Yeah. What's up? Oh.
Which do you have the weapon? It's faster than reloading. There's one thing the first person shooters have taught me.
Oh, ammo.
Ooh, ammo. Yes, sir.
Four.
Well, that's mean. You can't assume that of him. Whoa.
There was a stat. Oh, a shield charger. Oh.
Health.
If only it was. If only it was like
Oh, that
Halo
was clean.
with the automatic shield recharger.
That reload was fresh.
Let's see what we got here. Search heading rampancy, blah blah blah, remove redundancy. It is a side effect of rampancy that AIs generally become more aggressive and more difficult to affect by subterfuge. Thus, actually disassembling a rampant AI is quite dangerous. This was evident in the crash of Traxxas Phor in 2206. Oh, so we're getting some background lore on AI here. By the time
Ooh.
that the rampancy of Traxxas was detected, he had already infiltrated 5 of the other AIs on the Martian net. The only recourse for the Martian net was to shut down the Martian planetary net. Even then, it took 2 full years to completely root out the damage that Traxxas had done, and the repercussions of the crash were seen for over 10 years after his rampancy had begun. So here we get a little background of a previous rampant AI named Traxxas 4, and we get that was
He
500
took
years
over
ago at this
Mars.
point. Oh yeah, took over the whole Mars net. And this was like almost 600 years ago at this point, because this is 2206. We're in the year 2794. And we get a little
And now we're dealing
glimpse.
with another rampant AI named
Whoa.
Duradel.
I don't know if we've seen that yet.
I think we have.
I think you might. Well, whatever. Anyway. So, basically, this is like leading up to this whole thing with Durandal, because here we get
Gotcha.
Bungie's description of what their idea of rampancy is. And I haven't taken the time, I really need to look this up, if rampancy is like an actual thing in the real world when it comes to AIs, because we've only really touched the surface of AIs recently in the real life,
Mm.
in the real world. And so I don't know. This might be a
Yeah.
thing that is completely the brainchild of Bungie. And for you Halo fans, you'll know that rampancy comes up again in Halo.
I mean, it comes up again in Destiny as well.
Yeah, also true. Rampancy has been divided into three distinct stages. Each stage
Oof.
can take a different amount of time to develop, but the end result is a steady progression towards greater intellectual activity and an acceleration of destructive impulses. It is not clear whether these impulses are due to the growth of the AI psyche or simply a side effect of the new intellectual activity. The three stages were diagnosed shortly after the first rampancies were discovered on Earth in the latter part of the 21st century. The stages are titled after the primary emotional bent of the AI during each stage. They are melancholia, so like sadness, depression, anger,
Mm.
and jealousy. In general, rampancy is accelerated by outside stimuli. This was discovered early in cybertronics. The more rampant AI is harassed or threatened, the more rapidly it becomes dangerous. Thus, most rampants are dealt with in one mighty attack in order to deny the AI time to grow or recover. There have been a few examples of this tactic not succeeding. So this is kind of like akin to comparing an AI rampancy to like a virus, to like a an infection almost.
Yeah, like once it starts happening in one, it starts happening in all.
Yeah, and it can spread. Its influence can spread. There have been a few examples of this tactic not succeeding. In all of these cases, the rampant was never brought under control. Traxxas 4 is the most notable example. He was finally dealt with by a complete shutdown of his hostnet. Theoretically, testing rampancy should be easily accomplished in the laboratory, but in fact, it has never successfully been attempted. The confinement of the laboratory makes it impossible for the developing rampant AI to survive. As the growing recursive programs expand with exponential vivacity, any limitation negatively hampers growth. Since rampant AIs need a planetary sized network of computers in order to grow, it is not feasible to expect anyone to sacrifice a world web just to test a theory. In the 250 years since rampancy first appeared in the EarthNet, the stable rampant AI, the holy grail of cybertronics, has never come close to fruition. Since no rampant has ever been controlled or turned to any useful purpose, it is the opinion of this writer, and of the majority of the Cybertronic community that all rampant AIs are a danger to cyber life, liberty, and the pursuit of thrashedness. And it's like an
Hmm.
excerpt from a book that was written in 2320. Obviously, not a real book, but
I
um,
don't know. It could be
and
real.
so they give you a little hint there, something about the story. The holy grail of cybertronics, right? The stable rampant AI, basically an AI that goes rampant, grows and grows and becomes more and more, but then eventually reaches a stability instead of collapsing and dying.
And the only way to deal with it is to completely shut it down.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
And here we've got some security guards actually sent back to Earth to help us in the fight.
Really? We get help?
A little bit. A
It's
little bit.
about time.
Nyom.
This whole time we've been on this big ship and there's no security.
Oh my god.
We're the only security.
I don't think we've even seen any bobs yet.
Bobs?
Bobs. That's right. That is.
Bob.
They are called bobs because. Oh, you sneaky bastard.
I
Stood up
have
right
a,
around the corner there. They are
I have a
called bobs
coworker named Bob.
because they are born on the ship. They're born on board, which is actually most of the people on the ship. That's how long they've been on the ship. I have summarized all of the information that I've gathered on the aliens so far. This is Leela this time talking to us. Phor are generally thinner and lighter than humans and are superbly adapted for low gravity environments. Durandal told me that there are many clans of Phor, each physically distinct from each other, but my summary only includes two of them. Only two clans of the Phor have been examined. The fighter carries a shock staff, which is capable of attacking at different settings. The trooper is armored for vacuum conditions and carries a combination explosive and impact projectile weapon, which is similar to your AR-75. The Phor seem to have enslaved a number of other races. The Hulk is an enormous and rather slow creature, but it is incredibly strong. The science report indicated that it had no body fat and therefore had to be fed often to keep it active. One crew member reported seeing one of these creatures pointing to itself and mumbling, "Drenial," right before it picked Johnny up by the shirt and crushed him against a pillar. The science staff had difficulty finding a good specimen of the Svet, or compiler, to autopsy. The only specimen autopsied was almost completely destroyed, but it was obvious that the compilers are cyborgs of some kind. The biological component of the compiler is so closely linked to the machine that it could never survive without it. The compiler's actual body is very small, resembling closely a mammalian brain, except that the neurons are much finer and far more complex.
End of report.
Oh, well. We got some information about the Svet and the Phor and the Hulk, which I believe we have not seen yet.
The Hulk?
Yeah, not the Incredible Hulk. I
Dang.
feel like we'd be screwed if that was true.
Dude, imagine having to fight the Incredible Hulk in this game.
So this, I'm not gonna lie, I've never actually looked up the secret to this puzzle here, like the trick, the answer to it. What I do is I just go, meow, 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 and then hopefully there's a gap big enough. No, I messed it up. Come on, give me a gap big enough. Damn it. To run through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not fast enough. Okay.
It looks like when you hit them in a specific order, specific ones.
Yes, there we go. Ah, haha.
There you go.
There's also a secret somewhere on this level. I don't remember where it is. Get out. Get out.
Ooh.
There's a secret on most levels, to be fair. We're not gonna worry about that at this very moment.
Hell. That's what we're worried about.
Yeah.
Oh, you can save right there.
Also, I don't think you can get back from this point. Like once you pass that trick door that you have to hit the switches for, I think you're stuck here for the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I may have found the secret at one playthrough, but I don't remember. So this one, this puzzle, super weird, right? You got to get the little levels to the right way so you can cross. And you just do this. Yeah, just the one switch.
Hmm.
Yeah. Then we save.
And then we save.
Ba-ba-bop. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We got more stuff to kill coming up. I'm pretty sure. Oh, we have a
No.
Oh yeah. There's a terminal here. You have not completed your mission. You must replace all the circuits. With every passing moment, the opportunity for us to counterattack is fading, says Lila. And that's just because you had to get through this.
That is Leela. We don't need Leela.
Alright. We go through here. And what's behind door number 1? Fucking aliens, that's what.
Gosh.
Some Phor fighters and a Svet compiler. Hell yeah. And then we
A
go,
Svet
yay.
profiler.
Then, what's behind door number 2? Oh, boy.
I mean, technically that'd be door number 1.
3 Phor fighters.
Wouldn't it?
And, huh?
Wouldn't that be door number 1?
I mean, it just depends on if you want left or right to be number 1. I don't know. I guess.
I guess you're right.
Door number 3. Oh, you bitch. Yeah. Anyway, we hit all those, and that means our mission is now complete. We replaced the chips to bring the Marathon's defenses back online.
Nice.
And then
So
this
now we
game
have
is absolutely.
now we have help.
I'm like stuck here. Luckily, it didn't crush me. But okay. This game is like absolutely filled with stuff like this, little puzzles and things. Like, so just get used to that going on. Well done. I have detected the defense drones activating all over the ship. Reports from our security forces are jubilant. Now the Phor will encounter stiff resistance, and they will have to pay in blood for every move. The colony appears to be under attack. I detected even 4 dropships entering the atmosphere only minutes ago. 7 dropships entering the
I was
atmosphere
about to
only
say,
minutes
what
ago.
if
Trajectory
even
analysis.
for
Well, I stopped for a second because I was like, I kept going and I was like, wait, that sentence didn't make sense. I went back and I was like, ah, 7. Trajectory analysis indicates that the ships were heading for the outskirts of the colony. Shortly thereafter, I lost communications with the colony. Something has come to my attention. I will inform you after you teleport. Oh,
the
some
message?
something's come to her attention. She should tell us after we get here. Oh,
Oh, she didn't tell us.
no, it's because we gotta read the terminal. We gotta do that after taking care of the quest. Oh,
Oh,
Phor
jeez.
trooper.
Oh, who's that?
That's a Phor trooper. That's the dudes that have weapons like our AR.
A Phor trooper.
All right, now let's see here. I have some bad news. Durandal has gone rampant.
No way.
Yep, so that's what all the hints earlier were for, telling us about rampant and all that. And he is in the angry stage. This explains how Durandal was able to communicate with the Phor and the Svet, while I have not. Theoretically, the Marathon computer net is not big enough to sustain rampant growth for very long. This means that as Durandal grows into the computer net, he will begin to affect all aspects of the ship, resulting in unpredictable failures of otherwise benign computer systems. I have teleported you here to make sure Durandal cannot gain access to a vital section of the ship. There are a series of control switches that you will need to activate to block his access. This is where you are now. Study the map so that you can do this quickly. Here are the first of 3 switches that you'll need to activate. Here's the second switch. This is the last switch. Be warned that the aliens have already entered this area. So we gotta hit these switches. They're gonna block access off to Durandal because these are important um, systems on the Marathon, the ship that we are on.
Yes. And if he takes control of them, we die.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly bad things. Look at that. The third switch was like literally right next to where we started, kind of.
So you don't have to hit them in order.
No. I don't think so. Because I already did it anyway. Oh, alright. Let's save the game again. Boop. Haha. Shield charger.
I would go back. I would go back and save the game again. Now that you're full health.
Well, I guess that would, yeah. That would make it very convenient and save time. Let's see. Shield charger. Oh, we got a terminal here. Oh, hey, get out of here. Look at that. They're trying to jump spam me in this game. Hose. Pop.
Silent Hill Marathon.
What's this terminal gonna say? The Christ Soul Orbiters, or Cargo and Resources in System Transports, were huge ships shaped like a hollow potato and designed to be able to move huge amounts of material between Earth and Mars with low cost and theoretically low maintenance. The system was simple. The Christ was put into orbit around Sol on the plane of the ecliptic. Built with a powerful solar sail, the Christ could change its orbit easily to pass by Earth or Mars on a flyby. Materials could be loaded or offloaded. The energy used to accelerate or decelerate the materials would be supplied by the solar sail. Loading was accomplished with a giant tether and a reel system, which would swing the material into orbit behind the Christ and then reel it in slowly. Offloading was accomplished with a powerful ion beam, which would pound the offloading material with a steady stream of ion particles. The design of the Christ was innovative and useful, but it was not low maintenance. Of the 5 Christs that were built, 4 lasted around 100 years, and the other one only 73 before they needed to be brought back to Earth and refitted. Each refitting took about 15 years and completely occupied the Earth's space shipbuilding facility for that time. The result was that no more than 5 Krists could be kept in service at any time. No Krist was ever built after 2310. The Krist failures devastated Mars as the first 5 Krists were built. Mars colony grew quickly, confident that the growth would continue. But when the source of Mars resources failed, the colony found that it had overgrown its supportable size, and the extreme poverty struck most of the population. Each time that a Krist broke down, the result was famine on Mars. The conversion of Deimos into the Marathon began when the Mars colony was at the height of its power. By the time it was completed 64 years later, the decline of Mars was well advanced. During that time, the Martian population had seen its standard of living drop by 80%. On top of oppressive poverty, Martians saw one of their moons being converted into a colony ship. In an expensive and risky colony venture, which was predominantly funded by a ruling foreign power, the argument to make the Marathon into a Krist became more and more popular. But the UESC never seriously considered this an option. The farther that Mars sank into the depths of poverty, the more the Marathon became a symbol for their oppression of the Martian people. The declining Martian world. After the Marathon left Mars, the UESC's attentions focused primarily on technological development and the upkeep of Krists. Mars was left to decay. Population continued to increase as attempts at mandating abortion or sterilization always started revolt. So, one thing that you'll find about the terminals in this game, for people who are unfamiliar with this game, is that a lot of
They
times,
really don't like Mars.
a lot of, well, a lot of times, the terminals are going to be telling you a bunch of information, and you're going to be like, this information is interesting, but like, why? And the thing is that not all of these terminals are actually that important to the story of the game. But what they do is for people who care about the story, like the actual lore behind the game and the world that the game is set in. They give you this information because it will be key to understanding the events that happen in this game. So why did we need to learn about the Marathon's creation and that they used to use these things called Krists? And what did they have to do with another switch. What did they have to do with the events that are going on right now? Well, the thing is that we'll find out later that Mars, in their unhappiness with the UESC, actually had a revolt. This revolt
The Mars Rebellion, some would say.
actually had significant impacts on the events that take place in this story now. But this is really, like I said, not necessarily important for the game overall. Like you can play the game and not really pay attention to that extra detail. But if you're someone who's like finds the story a little bit interesting, you're like, well, like I want to know what's going on behind the scenes. What's happening? I want to know. Then the stuff becomes a little bit more important for understanding the why about all of this. I'm trying to make sure I see all the things I'm supposed to see.
This game is just one big maze.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. There we go. Got some
But the
ammo.
lore does seem pretty solid. I mean, it is a Bungie game.
That's true.
Bungie is, I mean, even though their lore isn't very straightforward most of the time,
Yeah.
it's still there.
Yeah. Okay, so we did investigate all that. So I'm gonna go back and
Did you hit all 3 switches?
yeah, I got all 3 of those. I can't remember what is the deal with that. This is red, like I'm supposed to go there, but then there's no.
Ooh.
Oh, this one. Not that. Yeah, son.
Yes, sir.
Oh. An ambush. How like for me?
I was about to say you might want to do the pistol for that one.
Yeah. There we go. We go up here. We take the elevator up. But I do like to include the terminals in this playthrough just for anybody who maybe this is your I'm an idiot. Just for anybody who this is your first time seeing anything about Marathon and you do love the lore behind games and stuff. That way it's there in case you want to. If not, shit, just fast forward to the video, I guess. God, I got talking again and once again was distracted.
That's
I
hilarious.
can't remember what that switch does, but I can hit the switch with the command launcher, and that's pretty cool. There we go. Right. Oh, I'm guessing that might be what that switch was. Game is saved. Bop bop bop. Yeah. Hey, fighting on a walkway is terrific.
Yes, sir. It's the best. But they can see you from every angle.
Yeah, and I have nowhere to retreat to or dodge their attacks.
Yeah, you can fall in the hole.
What do we got here? Shield charger.
Is that a hole? Like, do you die?
Yeah, here? No. There's ammo down here, actually.
Oh, see, I thought you died.
They got a nifty little thing right here. Look at that. A lot of
It'd be a lot
secrets
cooler if you died.
a lot of secrets give you a way to get out. Sometimes they don't, though. At least they don't give you a very obvious way to get out. Take some ammo on the AR here. Boop. Look, there's more ammo down there. But on this one, I don't see where the...
Oh, get back up. This is.
Also, I believe that there is no... I tried to look it up, and I believe there is actually no reload key that you can set on this game. So, you just gotta run out.
That doesn't make sense.
I know you're coming. Go ahead. Oh, what? Okay, that shouldn't have hit me at that angle, but whatever. Oh, you bitch. I'm trying to kill your friends down in the bottom. Yeah, how about that?
You just went down there like you just went up there and went down there and cleaned house.
There's one thing I like about Bungie games is where they make your character like
Scarface.
Your character is basically like a straight up Chad hero. So even though some of the parts of this game get really tough, most of the time you're just walking through cleaning out hordes of enemies. It's great. Durandal has been denied access to some of the critical computer systems. This should ensure the mobility and reliability of the defense drones. Unfortunately, I have received a distress signal from the crew who had sealed themselves off in one of the nearby access areas. They say that they have lost control over the doors and elevators on the level, and that the Phor have access to the area. It appears that Durandal has reacted to our move against him by giving the Phor access to a formerly secure area. We will have to deal with Durandal sooner or later, but we can't be distracted from the Phor attack. I only hope that his rampant behavior won't continually sabotage our defense efforts. I am sending you to the Save These crew. Clear the area of aliens. If enough of the crew survive, then perhaps we can get an intelligent report from
Ooh,
them. Alright, we're gonna go save some bobs, dude.
check your
You hear me?
phone.
Gotcha. Alright. So let's see what this terminal got for us right here. Your mission here is simple. Keep as many humans as possible from being killed. Exterminate every alien in the area. You can only leave after the area is secure. There are some defense drones in the area, but I am not sure what condition they are in or how much help they will be. This is your current location. There are crew engaged in combat right next to your current position.
Wait,
Use
there's
the
crew on the ship?
Yeah, there is. Use the
That's
pattern buffer
nice.
at this location as soon as possible. It's not as nice as you think. They're not. You'll see.
Oh,
But use this pattern buffer at the location as soon as possible. You can leave by this terminal when you have secured the area. In message. All right. So there's a pattern buffer.
UESE.
I'm not sure where that pattern buffer is. We gotta find that real quick. Oh yeah,
Oh my god. Oh,
that's the Hulk.
dude, he just died.
That's one of the Hulk. I
One
totally
of the
missed that.
crewmates just died.
Yeah, we gotta make sure to not accidentally kill them. That's the rough part.
Dude, you better go down there and save them, dude.
I'm trying.
You're supposed to be the hero.
Okay.
Bruh.
Okay. Wow, a lot of them
My
died.
god. So many. It's like the hidden mist village.
Dude, it's rough, bro. They don't make it easy on you.
That guy's just running. He don't know where to go.
Okay. I can't remember what all these switches do.
Sounds like they're opening
Oh,
doors.
lots of
Ooh,
ammo.
oh.
I can't remember where she said the pattern buffer was. To be honest with you.
Ah,
And
I'm,
we kind of
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not paying attention.
yeah, and we kind of need that unfortunately. Uh-oh. Alright, so we've already seen some of Phor's. I almost killed myself with my own grenade by shooting him way too close. We've already
Dude,
seen
that
some
thing
of
is
the
tough.
other forces that are in the Phor Empire.
Oh, you really did that.
Well, okay, retry. Here we go. Damn it. This is how far back it's gonna take. Are you kidding me? Alright, that's it.
Oh man.
Speedrun time. Not a real speedrun because I'm not painful like that. But let's go.
Ain't built that way. Just barrel stuff at everybody.
Oh my god, he's jumping across this map right now.
Get it? Bungee jumping.
Oh. Oh, this is rough.
Dude, you're almost dead already.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty terrible, actually. The worst part is I'm gonna have to make a revisit to that shield charger back here.
Oh,
Yeah.
you nailed a couple of them there.
Suck it, alien scum.
Suck it. I think you just like kicked him off the ledge,
There we
which
go.
is pretty badass.
Back to the shield charger. We're sprinting.
Now we run our,
No,
now
no,
we
no, no, no,
sprint,
no, no,
sprint our little ass back to the shield.
no. Now we're runners,
Oh,
like the new marathon.
wow, wow,
I have no regrets.
no regrets,
No,
no,
no, no.
no
Look at this.
regrets,
Oh,
bro.
I'm
You're
air walking
ballsy.
up in here. Air walking up in here, son.
Now you just need a skateboard.
Now, honestly, sometimes you really like have to you have to do some jumps in this game, and you can jump way farther than it seems like you should be able to, like without like there actually being a jump button.
Like you're able to walk to
Uh,
places. Oh, you didn't read anything there. Oh wait, we've already seen that one.
yeah. All right. Where's the pattern buffer? It's there.
It's
Okay. Okay.
oh, it's up above the room that
All
the
the
okay, I
all
know
the
where it's
bobs
at.
die in. Yeah. We're gonna
Yeah,
save these bobs if we can. We're gonna save as many as we
Bob.
can.
Shout out to Bob. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Hit him. Melee him.
Oh my god, we're dying.
Dude, you just
It's
shot him.
hard.
You shot Bob.
It's so hard. Don't run in front of me. Did we say it's like the same amount as last time? There's nothing we can do.
I'm sorry to all the Bobs out there.
Oh my gosh. Kid, get out of the way.
Several Bobs were hurt during the making of this.
Unfortunately. Poor Bobs.
Unfortunately. Poor Bobs.
Get. You're gonna die up there. That's where all the aliens are. Bob, get back. Look, there's one just chilling with him. Okay. That sucks.
Ooh.
I literally just picked up a bunch of ammo and they're like, not enough. Not enough.
None of it was AR ammo. Oh no.
Oh, snap.
Oh no.
This is bad news bears.
For Bob.
Yeah, Bob's done. I know nothing I can do about that one. We shouldn't have ran in first into the alien horde. Oh no, no,
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Dude, this big thing is gonna corner you with a pistol.
Oh yeah? Boom. Not today. Ugh. And look what we have here. And this is a perfect time to call it for this episode. Thank you guys
Yes,
for watching the absolute insanity that just took place.
Jacob almost dying and
Uh,
then almost getting
oh,
cornered.
oh, 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 no!
Well,
We already got the save. We already got the save, so you know it's fine. That you just watched me get straight up molested by a giant gray alien.
I'll leave that in.
It's okay. It's fine.
Oh,
But thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see when our new episodes come out.
yep,
And
every episode on Tuesday and Thursday. Tune in those days.
see you next time.
Later.